these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Hilton on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hey, good job, baby. Good job.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week,
and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Mayfield on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That is 8 yards.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Tonyan complete. And they're going to have another
first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. A gain there of 21 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. Fourth fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Where you want me to meet you at, Norwood?
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7.
All right, right out. All right, look.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I'm going to help you, though. I got you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Joe Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The rookie
2
Carl
yards
Lawson.
the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And across the field he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Hunt. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the run, this is Hunt.
Get around that, man. Get around that green.
Yardage to the 9.
Fuck.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Get the fuck around that.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mayfield.
The 9-yard line.
And
Good fucking catch, boy.
Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
You need to get back, bro.
First and 10.
Join my league.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, here's Mixon. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
That's complete to John Ross. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Stop trying me! Stop trying me!
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete.
Fuck.
To 13 seconds. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down. Mayfield on play action. In trouble here. Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sam Butler making his presence felt in the backfield. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
On for the point after.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A run for Nick Chubb. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Why he ain't getting over there?
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
at the 18-yard line.
On third down, Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it.
And he'll take this.
That's my man.
Travion Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Browns 28. Bengals.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Oh, my God.
Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. He's at the 50.
Woo!
He's at the 30. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, 88 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Too little.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 83 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. That man right there, John Ross, remember, he ran the fastest combine 40 in history, 4.22 seconds, and he showed off that speed right there. Wow. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He was brought down by Von Bell. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They begin with a run by Mixon. They find some open field here. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there for the Bengals. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And it's caught. And they'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is good.
Ties the game, 35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 48 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gun, they run it with Hunt. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
All right, it's 13 seconds left in the game. All right.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.